Okay, recording. It is Monday, March 7th, Changing Tides team call. First, I just want to go over a couple of announcements. Announcements. Okay. I want you guys to sign up for the wait list for Summit in Punta Cana if you have not already. If you don't think you're going to go to Summit or Punta Cana, do it anyway because you really, really, really might change your mind and you're going to be really sad when you're really behind on the wait list. That's what happened to me. I registered for Punta Cana wait list like June of last year just because Megan was telling me the same thing, like just register for the wait list anyway. I actually got off the wait list like 2 weeks ago and the cruise is next week. But I hadn't really earned enough Success Club points to pay for much of my cruise last year, and it would have been really expensive with flight. The cruise would have been like $1,000. So everything was just like, and it was like in a few weeks. So I was like, okay, well, I won't go. But it did take me a long time to get off the wait list, and I really wish I was going. I'm on the Summit wait list, but I hear that pretty much everybody gets off of that. I heard that a ton of people cancel and they open up a bunch of spots towards the end. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that works out okay. Sarah, you get a free Summit ticket for this Summit.
Yes.
That is
I'm going to come.
What?
I think I'm going to be able to come.
That's awesome.
I'm excited.
Tyler can come.
Yeah, he'll watch Maddie, I think, and I'll come to some of the events.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I don't know if Adam will come. I'll try and make him come. But it's really cool. I haven't been because I was always in Hawaii and it was far. But it's pretty awesome from everything I hear. I guess a lot of people go and it's like a game changer for them. Like they get there and they're like, wow, this is cool. You know, some people go and they get really overwhelmed because there's so many other coaches. So I always say like, there's a lot of every occupation out there. Can you imagine like a meeting with all of them? But there's like group workouts and parties, and Fit and Fierce is going to have parties and stuff. So they're crazy. They have a lot of cool stuff. I think they're renting out like some whole saloon downtown for a party. But okay, Summit and Punta Cana wait list. Yeah, if you guys don't have to do that, but I recommend it's a wait list. So if you get off and you don't want to do it, like I got off and couldn't do the cruise, you just ignore the email. But it's worth being on the wait list. Go over to the Fit and Fierce page and review their March calendar. I think things changed from last month for their calls. I think they're still doing Emerald Mastermind, Diamond Mastermind calls Tuesday, Wednesday nights. I believe the first Thursday is still a new coaches get started right call. And the last Thursday is a business opportunity call, I believe. Yeah, just check that calendar. Maybe mark what you're interested in and what you want to sit in on so that you know what their calls are. Next challenge group, I'm going to have starting, this is tentative, but probably March 28th. I might just keep them to the end of each month. So one's ending and a new one's starting. So probably Monday, March 28th. And you guys can all join me and add your challengers to that. It's been going really well. So why break something? I mean, why fix something that's not broken, right? It's been awesome. And I really love our challenge group going right now. So we'll do that. Super Saturday. Try and find a Super Saturday near you. I know there's like a lot of events and stuff that I'm going to talk about. It gets kind of exciting and crazy all at the same time during spring and summer. They get all this stuff in, but April 2nd is Super Saturday. It's a quarterly event. They're located all over the U.S. Coaches hold them themselves. Some are really big, some are really small. Megan, since she lives here now, she's doing the Raleigh one. She's not running it, she's just guest speaking there. But Carrie is hosting the one in Boston or around the Boston area. I can't remember what town it's in. And then there's definitely one in Michigan. I just need to figure out. I will post where like the interactive map is where you guys can look up where the Super Saturday is closest to you.
Yeah, I found one in Michigan.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was I think it was in it's about 3 hours away,
Ugh.
and it looked really small. There was only like 3 people that were following the page.
Oh,
So
that stinks.
I'll keep searching though.
Yeah, I'll check for you too. I'll see if I can find one that's good, that's near you. They're pretty cool. Every place does it different, but usually they have like a guest speaker, and like a transformation story. They announce like some exciting news. Like I think at the last Super Saturday, they announced something about Cafe Latte. They announced 22-Minute Hardcore, the release date, and all that. So they usually have some pretty fun announcements. And then sometimes, or typically, you do like a big group workout at the end. So it's just kind of a big event with a bunch of coaches, and you can bring guests typically to all of them. In fact, they encourage it. So if you have someone that's thinking about signing up as a coach or thinking about signing up as a challenger or whatever, you just want to go with a friend, you can typically bring people with you. You just pay and register them. And as far as I know, every Super Saturday costs something different, but they're usually pretty cheap. So I think they're fun. I actually went to my first one in January and loved it. It was really cool, and the workout was awesome. Actually, the person who did our workout was Mindy Lawhorn, and she was in PiYo in the videos. She was in PiYo, and she's like Shailene Johnson's good friend. So that was cool. All right. I'm going to ramble. Okay. This is why I write notes. Okay. I want to talk about this generally for the team, just really quick. And I'm going to try and find the document that I really love to follow. We don't want to be Beachbody billboards. And I've talked about that a lot. And I think we're really doing a very, very good job of not being Beachbody billboards. All of you guys' posts have been awesome. And, sharing your journey and then explaining how you use Beachbody programs to get there, but just make sure that we're posting other things too. I post a lot of stuff like that I went for a walk with my dog today. I don't think anybody really cares, but sometimes people really care. Sometimes my dumbest posts that I think are ridiculous get the most feedback, asking, I don't know. I can't even think of anything off the top of my head, but just share, and stay consistent. And people that you might think aren't watching are watching. And we kind of talked about that a little bit in one of the posts the other day. People are watching and they're curious and they care. And maybe some of them are judgmental and not very nice, but most people care a lot and they're very excited and they're just afraid to reach out to you. And some people over time will reach out to you and some people just won't and are waiting for you to reach out, or they're still afraid or whatever. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing and people will take interest. Okay, Fit and Fierce team call is at, I can't remember if they changed it. I'm going to say it's at 9:30 tonight. I know they're making them earlier. I don't know if much earlier. I think maybe 9 they're going to change it to. But that's on their calendar, which I should have checked before this call. But they're going to be using that call for the next few weeks to feature some of the leaders on Fit and Fierce. And it's going to be kind of neat. You're just going to hear like their story and how they got into it and what's been most successful and what they've learned from throughout the journey. Instead of training topics, it's going to be more like community building. They're trying to find more ways to make the team more cohesive and build more of a community. So we're going to be learning more about like some of the leaders in the group, some of like the diamonds and star diamonds. So that'll be pretty cool. They're going to, I believe, start announcing that a few days prior in the page, like this is the coach that's going to be featured on this Monday's team call. And then that coach will kind of run the call instead of just Carrie and Megan every Monday night. Yeah, okay, that's it for that. Now, a couple of things that we wanted to talk about tonight. And this is where I'm going to have you guys write some stuff down. So talking to people and inviting is one of the most important things, if not the most important thing that we do to grow the business and to get challengers and all of that fun stuff. And it can be really scary and it can be really hard. And it's difficult because you're going to have to talk to every single person differently. And in my opinion, there isn't a script. There are a lot of scripts out there and they're all at your disposal and you can use them whenever you want, however you see fit. And that's what they're there for. And they're great guides. But the most important thing is to be natural and personal. Like you're having a real conversation. Like you really want to know how they're doing, if what they're doing for exercise, what, their life is like. It's called forming, and you're forming relationships with them. And over time, you can eventually ask them if they want to join your challenge group or whatever. I usually get to it a little bit faster than some people. I think some people form for a long time. And in experience, those people have lost interest in whatever I'm talking about within a few days. So I usually try and form for like a day or two and then jump right into it. I always kind of jump right in and talk about what my deal is pretty quickly. And but I ask them a lot of questions and I want to know what they like, what they don't like, what's working for them, what isn't working for them, and so on. So a few places to look at training videos and documents for inviting. On the Fit and Fierce Google Drive, do you guys all know how to access that? If you go to the Fit and Fierce Facebook page and click on their cover photo, on the right, it has the link to their Google Drive. I'm going to create a Changing Tides Google Drive and probably just transfer a lot of that stuff over so it's easily accessible. But for now, if you go to the Google Drive and click Get Started Right, and then click Training, there's an invitation guide. The invitation guide is made by Beachbody. It's pretty easy to follow and kind of gives you a lot of ways to combat objections, like financial objections, time objections, stuff like that. And they have some really good scripts and kind of ways to teach you when they're saying something, which direction to then go into. So that's a really good place to look. Also in the Google Drive, if you go to scripts and then example invite, that's a pretty good one. All right, Fit and Fierce YouTube channel. That's also in the cover photo to access that. They just created that. So there's a call on forming relationships. That's what it's called. That's about forming. That's really good. Carrie talks a lot about how she talks to people and what she says. And that's a really great video to watch. It's kind of long because I think it's in a team call. And then another YouTube channel video is it's recruiting and inviting. There's deer all around my house 24/7 and my dog doesn't stop barking. Jackson, come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. So recruiting and inviting on the Fit and Fierce YouTube channel is a good video. Come here. I also think on Megan's YouTube channel, if you just YouTube Megan Evilson, she has a huge channel because I think she was putting all of her calls and training topics in there for a long time. She has a new coach training day 2 inviting video, and it's only like 6 minutes long, and she goes over how she does her inviting, and I thought that was really great. And so those are good like Fit and Fierce training topic areas. In my opinion, I really think keeping it organic and natural and normal is the best way to do it. A lot of people will say things like, hey, I have this 30-day challenge group starting tomorrow or next Monday, and I think you would be great for it. Are you looking to lose 20 pounds or da-da-da-da? And I just think that if I got that message, I would totally just scroll right past it. And I sent those messages in the beginning. I said things like that. And I, would make this script and I would copy and paste to like 30, 40 people in my chat. And I think I ruined a lot of potential challengers that way. You don't know any better and you're trying to just figure it out and reach the most people in a short amount of time. And I think it's important inviting and recruiting a lot of people, but I think more importantly, if you did less people and you spent more time really forming the relationship and talking to them, and also getting to the point and inviting them to why you message them in the first place is really important. Do you guys have any like specific questions on inviting and talking to people?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're saying you reach out to people and you form a relationship and you say, you know, hey, I saw this picture of you with your kids at Storyland or something, you know what I mean? Just start a conversation. Are you reaching out to people that you feel need to lose weight? Are you reaching out to people like how do you do it without feeling mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's a really good question. No, I'm reaching out to everyone. So I don't look at someone and think, ooh, they could drop a few pounds. And I'm like, I need to message them and let them know that. Instead, no. So I think everyone can benefit from this, whether you need to lose weight or you want to get fit or you just want accountability in like a team atmosphere or a group atmosphere. So I reach out to everybody. And I think I totally never thought about what people would think about it. I never thought that someone would be like, is she trying to tell me that I need to get fit? And maybe I should have, but I think not having that thought in my mind helped me because I was pretty unfiltered in what I was saying. You know, moms are a big target audience for this. Moms and dads who are busy, who are really busy and have little ones that they're trying to find time to get their workouts in around, you know, and I don't appeal to that audience. And that's been actually a challenge for me because so many coaches on Team Fit and Fierce are moms, and I watch all of their, you know, their ads, their posts, everything, and they're getting hundreds of likes and dozens of comments. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to have a baby. No, I think the most important thing is finding someone that you know, can relate to. And not everybody's going to be interested in what you have to say. And not everybody is going to understand what you're trying to say either. I feel like I'm doing a really bad job at explaining this.
No, you're doing
Okay,
good.
so I have another question.
Yeah.
That was good.
Okay.
So when you reach this point where you feel comfortable enough to be like, I have a challenge group starting, you want to join it, do you say that, or do you say, like, if you know anybody who might be interested in it, like, not really direct it specifically at them, but maybe to somebody they might know or something?
So some people do that. You know, I've only done that a couple times and it has worked. Some people do that with everybody. Like they love the, if you have anyone you want to refer that might be interested in my challenge, and then they're like, yeah, I do. And I'd like to know about that too. So that does work really well. I typically just ask them personally. I don't usually do the refer a friend technique, but that's it's worked really well for a lot of people. And that's something that you can try and see if you feel more comfortable doing it that way.
I just don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. If that, I don't know. Like, I reached out to you when I felt that I needed a program, you know, like I felt like comfortable with you. I reached out to you. I don't know. I feel weird about it, kind of.
Yeah. So if I was going to reach out to you, which I probably would have done if you just added me and I just added you and I didn't want to be like, hey. So if I was going to reach out to you, I would probably talk about you and your kids and talk about your time and what you're doing for work. And I would talk about you for a while and what your schedule, what it looks like how kind of gauge what your lifestyle is like right now. And then I would talk a little bit about me and try and relate you to me.
Okay.
Like, oh, I can get that. I'm working and I'm in school and I'm super busy. And I just became a coach and I run these challenge groups, and I basically do it so that they can hold me accountable while also getting fit with other people. And I really think you would love being a part of something like this. It's a lot of fun. It's a group of people that are all working out from home together. We're all trying to get it into our busy schedules, and, just kind of like more natural and organic, talking about how you fit it into your life, and that, they might like it too. And that, you'd love to help them if they wanted to join and do it with you, and that it would be a lot of fun. Like, Kelly, I think it would be a lot of fun if you wanted to do this with me. Like, I think it would be really cool. I run these
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot. And if you believe it's a lot of fun and if you believe it's awesome, that's going to come across.
Okay.
If you don't like it and you're not really into it, people are going to tell,
I need to just bite the bullet and do it. I need to just get out of my comfort zone and just do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And rejection's a big part of it. It just is. There's going to be a lot of people that, and it's funny when people are like, I'm just too busy. I'm like, God, that's such an insult. You think I do nothing like all day? Granted, I have more time in my life now than I have like ever, but just when people, Megan is really funny about that. Like the other day, some woman wrote her saying like, I'm just an Army wife and I have 3 kids and we just moved across the country. I just don't have time for anything like that. And Megan was like, yeah, sound familiar? I'm an Army wife, 3 kids, and just moved from Washington to North Carolina.
And running a business.
People that are just like, I don't have time.
Excuses.
Yeah, it is. And some people really don't want it. And so they'll use that as an excuse because they just don't want to be a part of it and they don't know how to tell you no. But I wish people would just be like, no, I'm really not interested, instead of, I don't know, other things they say.
I have people coming to me and being like, I want to join. What are you doing? And I try to be myself and not salesy and give them tips and advice and be like, this is what I'm doing. I'd love for you to join me. And people just don't respond. So I don't know if I'm just like a really awkward person or if like they don't realize that like you have to pay for it,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always try to like ask a question about their kids at the end, or like leave a question at the end so that they have to reply, and they just don't.
Yeah, so that's tough too. I've had a lot of people that don't get what I do.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, wow, I want to do that. So like, what do I do? And I'm like, oh, well, you'll go here and order. They're like, order.
Right.
What do I have to pay for it? So I've tried to find ways to make that a little bit easier by asking them what their budget is.
Okay.
I ask a lot of people, like, what's your budget? What's your schedule? What kind of fitness activities do you like to do? Oh, well, there's this program that I would recommend, and it's only around this price, which is cheaper than, so that they at least understand that. And then I'll explain that. And at the end, I'll put, does that sound like something you'd like to do?
Mm-hmm.
I usually finish with a question.
Right.
And another really important part is try not to, and I don't know if any of you guys even do this, but I think I did this and I still struggle, as you probably can tell, word vomiting. Like, so what is this coaching thing about? I try so hard not to be like, oh, it's this super awesome thing where you can grow your business, but you don't have to grow your business, but you can, or you can just use it for the discounts, but it's a really cool account. I try really hard not to like word vomit. So I'll give them like a small piece of information and then kind of say, what specifically are you curious about? What questions specifically do you have? And that makes it a little bit easier to get to the point, because you don't know what they're trying to get to. Are they looking for the coaching for the accountability or for the money? Mm-hmm. So if they're looking for, financial business growth, then they'll ask more questions like, how do you earn an income, instead of how do I run a challenge group or something like that. So I usually end with a question and let them ask questions specifically. But, is that helpful?
Thank you.
Yeah. Do we have any more questions on recruiting or inviting?
I have a random one.
Yeah.
I got a message today. Somebody was asking me about 21 Day Fix and they're interested in 21 Day Fix, but the cost of Shakeology just always turns them away. So I kind of used what that girl said in the Fit and Fierce group the other day. Like, oh, it's like you're getting Shakeout for half off if you get it, you know. But then I looked and 21 Day Fix is only on sale until tomorrow, it says. So is tonight the last night, or will it be up tomorrow? She doesn't have Facebook Messenger, so it's like she only gets her messages when she goes on Facebook. So I just don't know if I should like text her. I have her number, so I don't know if I should text her and try to get her to do it tonight, or like if she can do it tomorrow.
Text or call for sure. And just let her know the price will go up to $160 tomorrow.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. It's been on sale now for like, I think 3 months. And so
That's what I said. I was like, it's been on sale forever. You should have gotten it.
I know. And let her know, someone like that, I would absolutely talk to them about coaching for the cheaper Shakeology.
Yeah.
And like someone like that who's worried about the cost, I would definitely talk about the coaching for the cheaper Shakeology and how if she purchased that package, it would waive the sign-up fee. So kind of if she's going to purchase it anyway, it's waiving that $40 sign-up fee. And then that I always let people know that they can, I think people worry that they're going to get stuck into something when they sign up for coaching. I would let them know that they can cancel and that there's the 30-day money back guarantee with the Shakeology and all of that stuff. So if like finances are an issue, that's reassuring to a lot of people. Sign up for the coaching part and see if you like it, see if you want to grow the business or just use it for a discount on your Shakeology and other stuff. And, you know, if you don't like it, you can just cancel everything. You're not in any kind of contract. But I would definitely text her and just tell her, hey, did you want to do the 21 Day Fix? The price is going up tomorrow.
It's crazy.
$160. Yeah, they gave it an extra week in March. I think they all go up tomorrow, except for the March packages, which stinks.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
So I have not added anybody because I've been focusing on what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
You guys just go invite random friends of friends, and is that where you guys are finding people?
For a while, I really just stuck with my warm market, and I still find the most success with people I know personally. And that could be like a really small relationship from a long time ago, like someone that, you know, I just passed by the hallways with in high school. I talked to all of those people, like people I maybe played against in softball or whatever. Maybe we weren't friends, but I knew of them, or I have a friend, like a mutual friend or a mutual family member or something like that. I have most success with the people that I have some form of a relationship with or connection with. But other than that, I have now, and this has been very difficult, a tough transitioning to a cold market, people I just don't know at all. And I add them typically from my Facebook page, my fitness page. If they like a post or share one of my posts or comment or something, I usually add them and try and start a conversation with them. I get a lot of like, it works wraps people on my page and stuff like that. And I just don't even bother messaging any of them. I don't want to fight for you.
No.
Yeah, if you go to like the add friend thing, suggested friends, I've started adding people I don't know that we have like a lot of mutual friends with.
Okay.
People. We have less than a minute left. Boo, I didn't even get to talk about the app. That's okay. I'll make a video about the app. Do we like the app?
I haven't really looked at it.
I don't either. I find it's just another thing to go to, whereas I'm going to Facebook anyway, so it's already there.
That's what I was wondering.
It's cool. I think it was a good idea, but
they tried to launch it a little while ago and it didn't work because I think it just wasn't like easy to use. And I think this is a lot easier to use. Like it's it's pretty neat and it's pretty straightforward, like in the app itself. But yeah, I don't know. I think